where are you feeling pain at?
Like upper traps.
Upper traps, okay. So I always start and I'm gonna feel the neck here and then come on down to that first rib. How's that feeling there?
Ow.
Yeah, hurts. Like I said before, the first rib is always something that you have to check out. So his entire back here feels like it's a little bit inflamed compared to his left side.
The right side?
Yeah, the right side, sure. And then I'm gonna have you bend forward. We're gonna check hips. So, Jose, bring it in a little bit. So, if you can see this, my thumb is higher here on the right side compared to the left. This tells me that his hip is off on this side, and so we're gonna work on that. So go ahead and lay on your back. So we're gonna start with that.
Like all the way?
All the way, yep. Come a little further. Okay, so we're gonna start with what I call a shotgun approach to the, okay. So we're gonna start with what I call a shotgun approach to the hips. And so push your knees in together. Now you're gonna pull them apart. And then push in. Yeah. If you could hear that pop, that was his hips resetting. Push apart. We're gonna do that one more time. And then apart. Okay. So then we're gonna come up to the hips. There are two bony prominences on the hips that I'm feeling to see where the issues are. So on his left side here, this side is higher up. So what's happening is that his hip is twisting and it's actually coming backwards like this. So what we're gonna do, drop this leg off, and then I'm gonna have you push your knee up and relax, and then push up again and relax, and then one more time. Good. So pretty painful right in there, right? Yeah. And bring your arm up. And we're gonna pull your elbow down your side. And relax. So I'm using the arm as a fulcrum and I am pushing that rib down. Go ahead and push again. And relax. Good. When we're checking neck, we always check rotation and side bending. And I'm not even trying to correct him, and he is popping all over the place. But he's definitely a little stuck in rotation, more so on this side. So we're gonna do a direct method here and go into kind of the point that hurts. And he's gonna push to the left, and relax, and then push again. Good. So when we check again, we can see that we have more rotation, much better. Same with side bending. And then if I feel a segment that's still a little bit stuck, lay on your side for me. Okay, put your arms straight down. So we're gonna try and pop that segment open. So we're gonna turn the neck here and get that one segment, switch sides. Go a little bit more on your side there, good. And lay on your stomach. Now he was feeling a lot of pain up in his upper back. So we're gonna go and check that and see if it's any better. Okay. So it's not feeling as tight. Okay, give me a deep breath in and let it out. And then another one. We got quite a few pops in there out, but he still has a lot of tightness right in this muscle here. What type of workouts do you do? So I can feel the rib still out on this side. So again, using his arm as a fulcrum. And I am pushing down on the rib angle back here and pushing it out to the side. So pull your arm down and relax. Pushing it out to the side. So pull your arm down and relax. Good. Good. Okay. Go ahead and sit up for me and put your feet that way. Feet that way. So you can sit on your butt. All right, I do not think I have showed this before, but we're gonna do an extension of his back to see if we can get this to loosen up a little bit. Put your hands on your head. So I grasp inside, and I'm gonna have him take a deep breath in and out. I'm gonna come back over my knee. Good. Okay, stand up and see how that feels. Better?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. Okay, so I am putting a towel between her shoulder blades. You are going to put your hands on top of your head. And I am going to bring her backwards. So I've got my hands in, and I'm going to extend her back. Deep breath in and out. That feels a little better. So sometimes I will fix a rib sitting up as opposed to laying down. Sometimes it works a little bit better. Push down for me. Okay, and then pull in. Push back. There we go. And then push down. Good. And then pull in. Good. Okay, go ahead and stand up and see how that feels.
Oh, better.
All right.
Yes.
So we're going to take a minute to talk about vitamin D. It is a fat-soluble vitamin, meaning you can have too much of it. And there are 4 of those. There's A, D, E, and K, which we might talk about a little bit later, but for now we're going to focus on vitamin D. So vitamin D, very few foods actually contain vitamin D. That's why it's super important to take a supplement of vitamin D. Now, the amount you take really depends on the region that you live in. People who are farther away from the equator, so like me, living in Michigan, I have to take more vitamin D than somebody who, say, lives in Florida, Australia, somewhere closer to the equator. So vitamin D is found in very few foods. You can find it in liver of animals, but that's really the only place fish skin too, but people don't go around eating fish skin. So because you can't get it from your diet, dermal synthesis is the main source of it. So meaning you're getting it from outside, it's coming into your skin and then getting converted. So when you get vitamin D in through your skin, it's going to be enzymatically converted into the liver, and that's its circulating form, and then it goes to the kidney to again get converted again to 125 dihydroxyvitamin D, and then it then becomes the active form of vitamin D. So I'm going to show a little schematic of what that looks like so you can maybe understand a little bit better.
Your muscle kind of jumped there. Is it right here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm not even trying to crack you, and it's just happening. So we're going to do something called a myofascial release, where essentially I'm just taking my hand and creating a straight downward pressure on that muscle until I feel it release. And it's really just in this one area right here. Do you feel it more on the left or the right side of your back?
Left.
Okay. Good. So we'll check the sacrum. So your sacrum's okay. Turn on your side towards me. Bring this knee forward. So if you can see, his shoulder, it's got pretty good rotation here. It's kind of going towards the table. But right here, his butt doesn't want to come forward. So it tells me there's a decrease in rotation in his lumbar spine back here. So I'm going to use some muscle energy to try and get him to get more rotation. So push your butt back. Okay, and relax. And sometimes I'll hook the leg under mine to get more traction. Go ahead and pull again. And stop. And one more. Okay, go back onto your stomach for me. Okay. Oh, that's feeling better. How's it feeling in here now?
Better.
Feel a little looser?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Stand up and see how that feels. I feel like it was more in your hip than anything.
Better.
Okay, good.
So the importance of vitamin D is within calcium homeostasis and with bone metabolism. So rickets used to be a really big problem, and it's because people didn't have enough vitamin D, enough calcium. We don't really see that as much, but we tend to see vitamin D deficiency in people who are in a low sun exposure, people working inside all day, and those that don't really get out in the sun or are not in a area where they are close enough to the equator. So figuring out if you have low to vitamin D is pretty easy. You can ask your primary care provider to run a test, but vitamin D has been linked to a lot of different issues I've seen. I have people who have mood problems, who have lack of energy, who have sleep problems, and it's simply because of a lack of vitamin D. So when you're looking at supplements, you'll see D3 and D2. Now, it's not really actually known by physicians or specialists if D3 is better than D2. There's a few studies out that say D3 is better absorbed in a better form in general, but the consensus really hasn't been made yet.